Hey guys, so I know I said I wouldn't do the rest of the episodes of the new iCarly one-to-one, but I just saw episode 4 of it, and I have to talk about it. Okay, number one, this episode has two plots that, coincide with each other in the episode. And the only time that they meet, is shortly in the middle. But I'll go into that. Okay, so basically, the episode starts off with Spencer and Freddie having a boys' night with the hot stuff, hot Cheetos, hot this, that, and the other, and then hot beer. And Spencer makes a joke about Guy Fieri. About hot beer, and I'm like, okay, I don't really get that joke, but the fact that Spencer referenced Guy Fieri was honestly iconic in itself. But then Freddie gets a delivery of a package, and the delivery girl basically tries to hit on him and really nonchalantly asks for his number, and Freddie, being the dense person he is, does not get that, because he straight up goes into an identity theft joke. And it's been a while since Freddie's second divorce, and Spencer wants to get him back on the dating game, so he basically spends that entire proceeds to go to meets this sex worker and basically hires her for Freddie, and she goes on dates with him because the girl that Spencer was trying to hook Freddie up with, she showed a picture of him to her, and he showed her a picture, and apparently the girl rejected him. And I'm like, okay. And this episode, that plotline got me some laughs. That's actually the reason I wanted to watch episode 4, because I heard of that. Straight up, when I saw the clip of when Spencer was the girl out, and it's very clearly she's a paid you-know-what. And that's basically what that whole plot line. And Freddie never finds out the entire time, but every time he asks the girl back out, she keeps charging Spencer a fixed amount to keep going out with Freddie. So I'm like, okay, you're really getting into with that one, Spencer. But for real, I'm honestly, you would have never seen that plot line in the original show, because you couldn't. You couldn't even say anything remotely close to that on iCarly or in the new, when it was on Nickelodeon. Yet Paramount Plus, it's for people my age, because I'm nearly 20. So I'm like, okay, clearly this is meant for a more mature audience, which thankfully, I was Carly and Freddie's age, actually, when the series first went off the air. I watched iCarly, from the beginning. Every new episode, I was watching it. And, I'm just glad that the show came back. And I'm now talking about it again. Actually, I'm now talking about it. And, then there's the other plot that happens in the episode, because there's two plots that I said only merge within one storyline, within one time. It's basically in the other plot line, Carly is invited to this media event, and she has to have a dress picked out. So she asks Harper, who wants to be a professional stylist, help her out with her dress. And basically Carly, at first it's very like, you know, hey, you're gonna, cliche, like, hey, I'm gonna make my dress, oh, I'll make it perfect for you, but then they start butting heads, like, as you do, and, like, there's very much miscommunication in that plot, in the storyline, and basically it's like, Carly wants, like, it to be exactly the way she wants it, and Harper is doing her best to try and make it so, but, like, Carly's being, like, unreasonable, and that like, they establish in this episode that Harper is Carly's BFSS, best friend since Sam, and they even bring up the name, the platonic chick name, Carper, which is you know, I'm pretty sure if I looked it up on Tumblr right now, there'd probably be an entire tag on it, which I'm not even surprised if there was. And then, I'm not even gonna bring up the whole, Spinley, or whatever it was, but, honestly, that's brother-sister goals right there. But, basically, Carly, they end up fighting, Carly and Harper end up fighting, and it ends up, you know, her having to go save Carly on the red carpet, because the dress she had planned to give to Carly was temporary stitched, or at least stitched together, so she can make adjustments. But since the fight, they never had a fitting, and basically the dress starts ripping on the red carpet, and results in like Harper having to hold it together, and then she even does the whole, you know, thing where she put her leg on Carly, and like it's very obvious that they're trying to hide something without remotely saying it, and that's very like clever, like physical humor, and I liked that. That's what was always good about the original show. The original show had great physical comedy, and the new one is honestly getting to where it's just as good. And this is only episode 4, so I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of the series goes on. And whilst there was no cameo characters in this episode, I'm kind of hoping that they bring someone back. Like, I'm not saying maybe Noah Monk, aka Gibby, but maybe there'd be a cameo from Lubert, or be a cameo from someone like that. Like, or another cameo from Mrs. Vincent once in a while, you know? Like, she's referenced in the episode, but she's not seen. And, oh, maybe, heck, even Neville Poppleman at some point. Like, that'd be great. And, like, anyways, the plot line converges in the middle of the episode when Carly comes in and asks Spencer for help with what to do with her and Harper having a fight. And Spencer basically is like, after giving the advice to go talk to her and, you know, make up, and then Spencer basically asks what to do with Freddie and the girl the actress he thought he hired, and then basically that's when Carly's basically like, Spencer, that's a sex worker, and he was like, in the oh, and that's one of the funnier, the rates and the oh, and basically that whole joke, that's actually, I laughed probably 3 times watching this episode, and that's good because I watched the original episode and the original show and laughed nonstop, which again, that's why I'm glad the new show's back. So that's about all I have to say for episode 4. It was very brief, but episode 4 is arguably the best one thus far because it's not only developing Harper as a character, Millicent, who I wasn't exactly fond of in the first few episodes, was at least sidelined and only a supporting role. And, like, there's a whole, thing I could talk about with the show, like, how modernized the new iCarly is, which I imagine being, set in now. It has to be. So, like, it's at least, better than the, awful, Nickelodeon series. Like, thank God there's not any Nickelodeon sitcom writers on this show, because if it was, I swear I would hate the show. But I'm glad to say that there's not. So, and again, besides that, that's pretty much all I have. So, I know I said I wouldn't be going one-to-one, but at this point, I might have to, because this is the individual episode, and, I'm not gonna start, like, doing, bunches of groups, like, of 3 every time the series comes out, the new episodes come out. So, I'm going to be just doing it one-to-one. So, I at least have that as my, now probably gonna be constant upload whenever they do. So I hope you guys enjoy watching. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Click like and subscribe if you did, and I will see you guys when I see you. Bye.